AGYAPADIE TV, voice of the voices.
President inaugurated GBC board.
Ghana Broadcasting Corporation.
Yes, Graphic Communication then at times.
Who's your media?
Of
course, the President of the Republic, and then on also can say every single allegation in that book a fabrication. Now, me kutuno. Or said the recent fabrication AGYAPADIE falsely claims a grand scheme by my party to annex state assets. This baseless document is a clear attempt to mislead and create distrust. Now, AGYAPADIE no Hopeson when you break a can Ghana for pesa Ghana for jino a adwumpo nipa bi mu aba chese omo pese omo ma nipa bi fa the party MPP hotan na afi so it created disaffection for him and then his party. Hopeson oche say book na Hopeson wahenham wa eka ho asem na opese Ghana for agidie se ekuo bi wo Ghana memu ha omaye omadwen ho tam enya no kore na odwene ho a wonte ase se nipa dase ne betimi atena se na wa fabricate such lies e dia to eye oche hene ene I mean achem for so
Minia
ye
be say achem for omuko school say JB dan kwa mo start omunya kwan kwa brochire ni ade nti omo ma no so kuku school omo sua de most of them were lawyers who di abroad na adwene be beat you one was say mo working kwa and my party MPP was AGYAPADIE we AGYAPADIE we MPP wo abusua ko bi ji Ghana AGYAPADIE once what the party befra what the party ba be for who to save them. And that one will not wash. I'm telling him. He's my good friend. Respectfully, it will not wash.
Hopeson, me pese you can establish the way before you go into it. Why you Juma ewo abandon them or party that as a member of the national security architecture. We are now play a party in the banner a year security home and somewhere not just a nyasem ketua kra ye Ghana 4% omhu say book wa Hopeson Adorye da wanyimi eye janumi mukro enye ade bi obi ahyeda a fabricate say obese ochim Ghana fo adwene na afei o ma Ghana fo nya time bi de ma abusua ko bi Hopeson
yo bukui epie 2016 proud to elections.
Okay.
Anna MPP winning elections. There was a review, early stages. I quite remember 2018. Obia was a member of National Communications team of MPP. There was a meeting. Yabuabia someone stood and raised, say, document is saying naba. Now, how are we going to handle it?
If you find a buy, document if you find a buy.
Oh, on the made animal.
Okay, me too.
Communication director say document abani. Awaje bi awakan. Na emu Gabi was at the meeting or Robeshe I don't know Mufantu nche na say. Look, Enra, I had a conversation with someone. And this document only one copy was printed by the architecture of this I can't say document the architects of this document one more printed just one copy they lock it under safe. When I heard the story I said wow. Now I may say now at the early stages now the GDB because war baby now one particular meeting they forgot to lock the book the party pick ya which book ya ma print ya Usha won't say I said yeah you tum kakra.
Yeah.
Nipa no fire or photocopy here. Sharp. A truth mo say net tone no kra ye no. And no find the phone. And was scan here e put into soft copy. E ba manfo anya bi kenkan. So because a book we e official na nipa no sabe. E bia no won kan ye. So wakanya no analyze it. Binia. A break a crowd. What dear?
Oh, your break.
Yen that time and then make kind the forward no in full. First they had me to tomb. At the forward no. President Kase. Or your specific say and this is for natural book. Hey, this is for natural book. And a book no yajuma. Hey, who? Akwaya say, Obiaka say, Tremoniatro Bible ama Christopher say, for the normal finance. Sorry. Na Christopher de sa pepe and no person watch the so now yanko the forward first paragraph was it to our future made up of the present and the unborn for whom this will of a nation is being prepared, to our foremost king of Oripeni, the progenies spread across the world, for whom and to whom alone this sacred document is prepared. Nye wo pa kire nyina ne se ye hwe ye daachi eye ene ye mani ye nana kanso amo a ye nwo wo mo ane ye oman yi nyina AGYAPADIE e de ama wo mo. Now ye hini a chese no odi kan ye frɛ no Oforipeni wo no ana omo ye sade we nyina so e de ahye na numonyam muntie de yo. I don't know what you're saying. Yeko was it as the heads of Nana Apianim Kwamframa, Nana Kuntun Krunkwi, and Oforipeni, our people were never defeated in the wars of old. We were nobody's subject, and yet, after 1957, we were made to live in the shadows of the descendants of people who never defeated us in the war, whilst the Ashanti Kingdom was uplifted to put us in the shade. We are certainly now with you. Me catch re Akufo bi say MPP adina na ekoso no eye more of trouble than politics. No mo ntiase ye blindfoldu omo just to mislead them. And no maso sidin so because omo nimu huma omo akọ school omo yusu adwene no nyansa no e de biti won. Won wasem a wo ka won ha sei. Wo se sa wo mpanimfo anyina. Eye nkrofo a yan defeat wo mo chese wo mo anko ako ame amro mo anase yan ni wo so nkoni mu da. Enso so after 1957 ye kan say fa hudie baaye no afede wo mu pia achemfo no ekokoshe sumase ana wo mu ma asantefo so so what
Ntiopa
eti me say asem we ya ye kan wo ye MPP ni mefo anu metum na so ya senti dia mefo anu metum because who defend this idea we ya wo nana no mo will never forgive you. Ye ba bekom wo ba wo said wo magigi Ghana AGYAPADIE wo mo say this for natural and na ye aduma ye implement it. Jesus Christ etiadidi yama asante eso ade aka achemfo ahye eti say de wo manya pan no muntie na edidi so wase with arrival of Nanado we see the rebirth of second JB Dankwa who has come to rescue. So what you say Akufo Addo abedi akonya itie second JB Dankwa na ba no eti oba beje wo mo afri sumu ana mo hyemu what ti hodum say ya wo metu munti wo defende you don't know hwe was it fully cognizant that we were currently part of modern nation of Ghana, the name of which was originally proposed by the illustrious son of Oforipeni of Ochimai, JB Dankwa, and aware that it is currently made up of other diverse people. We have to assert our old selves and ensure that we no longer continue to live in the shadow of other kings and peoples we defeated in war. So what I say? Say no. Omo ba be make sure say ene Ghana ya ye wo mu ende yi eye wo mu ankasa wo mu ba wo mu papa wo mu nana a ye Fred JB Dankwa and the proposal din no and o proposal din no so no aba no ama yakwa lifte nkrofo fufuro bi ya lifting nkrofo fufuro bi san nkrofo fufuro de he asantefo so when they no eti these are some of the things. The next year was say in spite of our tremendous contribution to this Ghana entity, Ochimai has not been credited with the appropriate health and grandeur that we rightly deserve in recent times. It will be free say JB Dankwa the share ekonase woye Ochini and up to now yentimi ma omusu ye. It is said na Akufo Addo a and yes say timi ma omusu. Mo tempodo. And where you forward, you know, the area about the bansam no so, Muyam Beshebo, and ne. She Woko Yadu, Yakade saying. Paragraph 5 was it currently with Nanado in total control of the whole entity of Ghana. We have a duty to ensure that we take over the commanding height of essential fabrics of the country. In order that even in the event that Nana leaves the scene after the mandatory 8 years, the sons and daughters of Ochimai will be firmly secured and such control both financially and economically that we can no longer be ignored in the battle to control the destiny of Ghana. Say Nana Akufo Addo abai ababe say omu make sure say Ghana sikasem Ghana japadie Wamu beti manya ni nyina aba Ochimai ama omumma ene omuna na nkanso amo a take you over. Said ye be ya wamu ka se Ghana mpunu na epunu. Adorye. Was it for the joy? Hey, and then this for you the nation's prophet. What do you call Betty? Was it to achieve this? We need to appropriate the fundamental economic and financial levers, which would guarantee such control in years to come. Very simple. In doing this, we need to be strategic. Munti haseo as antifo mumia wasum na munti. Mumia wasum. That is paragraph saying 7 or so. Paragraph 7. In doing this, we need to be strategic. We will have to work with other people from some of the diverse ethnic groups, including some carefully selected people in Ashanti and other diverse ethnicities or land. This will make them believe that they also have a hand in the pie. It will obscure any suspicion that the project is essentially an Oforipeni project. This point is crucial because with electoral politics, we have to have our eyes on the numbers in the electoral process. We cannot be blatant until we are completely secured in the endeavor. It is especially so because so far the Ashantis constitute the single most populous ethnic groups in the country. Where was this for Adorye? Wait. And this is for the Cocoa way. She what must say? A Jumana or Modiano. I saw me strategic because as I saw Munya and Akufo from Adorye. Now Ashanti no womu ye ji Akufo bi carefully selected. Yen selecting Akufo bi meka ho. Said ye be ya omunya suspicious. No mu be who say oh adeno kra no ye gina ye dia. Na say omuya ne saa. Enu ene betima bo omu. Na omuya saa no so no omu mu omu ani ngu election ba be ye number dodo dipa dodo e ba beto aba no. Na wo hwe the whole Ghana asantefo na eye tribe ba ko a omu doso pa e ba bato omu a etie nyusu omu ne enfa achieve ayo ngwangwa se ye ba be ko MPP be ko primaries na asantefo mpedimfo ni bi omu wo MPP mu asori agina na omu kotie omu anka se omu nkrofo Cobra Japan from Ashanti region Adeni move from Ashanti region. Boachaji Ako from Ashanti region. Alan Chamante from Ashanti region. Free Akoto from Ashanti region. Kojo Pokunzafwa from Ashanti region. 6. That's anti-form penny for more party move from Ashanti region. No more quoting as uncle for way now. Now, would you? You do paragraph 9. Will be a mere national was it although the Ashanti group within the current MPP is gearing itself to take over the party after Nana Akufo-Addo's tenure in 2024. It would be ideal if we could work to bypass them in 2024. Jesus Christ. With hard work, we could work to pass the mantle over to a non-account person. Hey, preferably from the north, under whose presidency we could secure the maturity of our takeover project. We say, and this is one way. Sajewi, Abamwana say mamu. Abamwana say mamu. Look, we say, Asantifua ewo party no mu. Womo bo mo hu say, womo ana womo be take over. Womo be gi party no. E brada na Akufo-Addo e de na juma e ba wie 2024. Nanso so no, womo ngire womo hu say, womo be gi adwuma amana twa Asantifo no ho 2024. Womo nya say, womo de tumi no e be hye wo bia wonya kani ensem. Na mum se be ye dia, womo mpo obi ofiri srem na womo fama no. Na sa nipa na ofiri srem no ebebe ye president a eno ana sa wo mu take over project AGYAPADIE o mu jama o mu ne o mu asefo no ebetimi abawieye. Hey, and me no ka say MPP Frabera of River
officer
so officer just say hey aboma na say mamu.
And surprisingly say book way by before the primaries, right? The presidential primaries.
Me say 2008 communication meeting you release Adorye. Eje plan, eje nchecheye, e cost one by one. E cost one by one.
You mean 2008?
What's saying?
Was it
2018?
2018.
Yeah, 2018. Na bushia sa bushia omo ka omo ho asem wa he. Hwe omo symbol e na da yinusu no. Enya me na bi twiro book we. Enti book we aba na mo symbol da so na se ye ka bia. Wo ma me ka se eyi na obi kwaka obi obeje adi no esese ye kokohwe ne tim. Abusuan na ese budi ka kohwe mutim first. Sebu beti magiga da AGYAPADIE nyina de abombo se monkwa na mofa. Na we ye ka we ya bosi dey. This is a public document. We are going to digest it. We are going to explain it. We are going to analyze it for people to understand. Abusuan ba kuntimi fa Ghana AGYAPADIE nyina. Abusuan ba kuntimi nyasa. Hwe me de sa paragraph we AC na mawie e hono no. We say to be specific, we need to strengthen our effort to control the mineral resources. To be specific, we need to strengthen our effort to control the mineral resources as well as the electricity and water institutions. Hey, the success of this project depends on the way in which we, the mafias, for the time being control the judiciary and the press. Why would you appoint judges to Supreme Court to be brain?
Well, okay.
I talk wrong.
No, well, I will have time and interrogate.
Me say, why would you appoint Supreme Court judges be brain? Everybody is complaining. Civil society will be complaining. Why the part in the Supreme Court? And the media. Almost succeeded. And I'll tell you why they've succeeded. Now, the forward, Adamaka Wasebno. She Yanko a Yidangasaso. The Yanshe a dear, and not a Shisha
87.9 Kumasi.
Yaho. I'm here time. Good.
Oh, time.
But the salient point near SSA mede ba bontin bia no na mede eno aba. Waye introduction, waka eho introduction no memo so. Wana phase 1 overview. Sa document you mo prepare no. Phase 1 ade ade na SSA esie. Mu obi antie. Was it the first phase of the economic and financial sector control was to be implemented in Nane's first term of office. As we get closer to the end of the first term, we have set the ball rolling regarding the objectives set out in our first document. What it? We they say way 2018. Book so PA close to 2016 elections. And you also work on the first document, the review any. And you obaba the first term, and now we say we must set ball rolling. Regarding the objectives set out in our first document. PDB catcher me say first document e buy do, ne di ne ye asase. Asase radio buy no. Unam say ebe confirm. Ano mu chenye di ne ye na AGYAPADIE.
18 Hopeson 2000.
Now, was it there have been difficulties, largely due to some pitfalls on our part. For example, the control of electricity sector. The control of electricity sector could have been handled better had it not been for the greed of some of the non-Achim elite we had included as cover. Electricity, or more than my PDS.
PDS, yes, PDS.
The done electricity at the ma PDS. Yes, say at the ma and grand cross on your day 100.
Yeah.
One bukuno. Was some cock of far, Krofoka crabby, our money Achim for. Ebe can said the bear, ebe cover the face. But some of them don't become no be greedy and a true pie.
Oh.
The electricity to above another man.
Per the book, and the work in there.
And fire.
Nessenka, so say, oh, okay. Because look at it,
you more grown has 6 months. Anna, minister, Amawu, a co expose who say, you can't say, one more guarantee on the by the fake.
Fake, yeah.
And you come. It is a Yamawuna, what buyer ever expose you are.
It's only the non-conformist.
What's I?
I'm the non-conformist.
Debbie, one minister.
I understand, but also, had it not been okay.
Debbie, my Messi Addo.
Okay.
One minister, on the sign agreement, you know.
Yeah.
It is a one shady yard that chain of a court.
Okay.
And it's what we are now no best expose you. But Obu group of Butech. And almost say. Wamukoko fan krofo no munyachim for beka ho but obo no mo ya greedy.
Okay.
Eno na ma de no to kokko pae.
I see.
Abam enti ndisi fo atro adam wa implement it. Eish. Hey, Mr. Ghana for AGYAPADIE a yenkola esiso bubenya. Ma yentrase e mabushan ba komfa. Bugu we. Sese ya me Bible. Me da me kan, me sorry American. Ne musebo hu he hwe se eneya na ye ka ne say president koko eyeyi me pese muhu se nyoma ni bi wo hono mu a enne na wo koko gina ho ka se ndc for na atworo no tie the takeover of GBC and the acquisition of significant equity holdings in the GATT assisted banks represent our strategy for direct play in the commercial banking space. Oh, me can CBG, sorry. Meko can say GBC there no. Right. Under media control. Okay. I will go there. Yeah. Now, Upa a year walking about banking. Banking. Kwanya umbefaswa omube take you over the banking. That one is the phase 2 of the implementation of the document. One more kasa about banking and then insurance. Now, in the book, almost 30 say, as a SIC, a government insurance company now, as is on ensure all government properties, everything. Yen piano is in chain. Near Concofa enterprise insurance. A kenu for Adorye and Famra. Abamana Semem.
AGYAPADIE TV, voice of the voices.